Yeah, what's up? What's up? Just the second martial occurrence. Back at it. So I want to go ahead and labor in understanding the the presidential position, how it's not um, able to change the mindset of the people. A president can't change the people. He can't change the mindset of the people. The only people that are designed and their position is designed to change the way the people think is prophets, ministers, Christians. We're more than anybody totally designed to change how people think and see, and how they behave and everything like that. Not in a sense of control, just giving them what they need to go in the right direction. We are designed to do that. Many Americans and many people in even in different countries, they may expect the president or their leader to change the people. That's impossible. They're not designed to do it. All they're going to do is change laws and rights that you have and make conditions better for you. That's it. Other than that, they can't change the way you think. So Trump can't change the way people think. That's what I really want to tap on because people got all their hope on Trump like as if he's some quarterback that's gonna throw the Hail Mary and change everything in America. Donald Trump is not can't change the way people think. He can't change these dope boys. He can't change these drug dealers. He can't change these hot boys that's out there. He can't change these city girls and these hot girls out there. He can't change them. These ratchet women cutting each other's throats. He can't change that. He can't change it. All he can do is make better conditions for people that don't have their mind changed. Now, in the 80s or the 90s, this may have seemed like a message that maybe you could say, well, okay, we could leave it or take it. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to necessarily have somebody to change the community or change the way people think. You can't say that no more. You desperately need someone to be able to change the way people think, right? Like desperately, like when you see people, kids being killed and all this stuff. So you can't say you don't need it. In fact, it's a pandemic of where you need people's mind to change. You need it to change. You need these people's minds to change. Okay, so you can't act like it's not something that you need as a community. You need it. Okay, Trump can't change, no matter what conditions he creates for you. He cannot change how these people think. He cannot change all this killing. He can't change not just, and this is not just black people. This is all over the country. White, Hispanic, Latinos, Asians, Indians, everybody. Look at all this killing. Look at all this unnecessary killing from all communities. Who's going to change that? Who's going to change it? Who's going to change it? So if no one's going to change it, how is it going to change? If there's no one designed to change it, how is it going to change then? Oh, just because you have hopeful wishing and you hope that it changes. That's not going to do it. That's not has that been working? You being optimistic, you being inspired and thinking that you can that the world is going America's going to change how? See, I'm a realist. A realist a realist is going to give you a plan on how to do anything because that's what realists do. They interact with reality properly. So you can't talk to a realist without a plan. You have optimistic people who are optimistic positive but they can't change nothing. You're optimistic, but you have no plan. Because the truth is, you're optimistic to a fault. You're optimistic into like this, where you have pipe dreams about America. It's pipe dreams. If you have no plan, it's a pipe dream. Okay, it's a pipe dream. You have no plan. So what would you be expecting? How can you reverse 4 years of drugs and killing and all of that? How can you change the people's mindset from way back in the 80s? Because when we talk about changing people's minds in America, you know how far you got to go back? You got to go back to the 80s. You got to change. That's 40 years of a developed way of thinking a certain way. You gotta expect people to move like the 60s and 70s. How you gonna change these black people and make them move like the 60s and 70s? How you gonna change America in general and make them move like the 60s and 70s? How? How? How you gonna make them move like the past? You can't go backwards. So then what? Remind you, I'm showing you a reality how it's not changing. I'm showing you a reality how desperately you need that change. So this is not like a, well, it's kind of necessary, but it's not necessary. This is not a kind of but not necessary kind of situation. You got kids dying, you got people dying, older people dying, all different scenarios, man, all different ages. Look at the news. So how would you change that? That's desperately in need of change. How will you change that? You can't show me, can you? That's what I'm trying to show you. You have to have an understanding of who changes these things. Who changes these things are national leaders, national leaders, and prophets, preachers, and ministers. That's why you can't defecate on us, because you can't show me one person that's going to change all of this. You can't show me one person. You can't show me nobody that uh, is going to change it all. You can't show me one person that is able to successfully change the Americans. All you can show me is people that's all you can show me is people that's tearing it apart. That's what I'm trying to show you. And if you look at them, look at their approach. It's weak. Look at the Freemasons. They're weak. Look at the Illuminati. They're weak. All they can do is hand out money, and they're like a charity. They go around. That's how they get everybody on their side. I peeped it. Okay, but they're not changing anything. All they're doing is pacifying the people. All they're doing is trying to influence the people to see them as good, to see them as necessary. But at the end of the day, they've been here part of the problem. Look how big their network is, and look at how they have not done really anything. They haven't really done nothing. Okay, that's what I'm trying to show you. They got a certain account. They have a certain amount of information, but that information has not changed the people, right? That information hasn't changed the people, so we don't care about that information. Like I've always explained, Freemasons have not changed black people. Illuminati has not changed black people. I don't care how much money you hand out; it's too late. They were here the whole time, and they didn't. Black Freemasons were here the whole time during the '90s, the '80s. You tried, but you were not the people to do it. That's the difference. God doesn't try to do anything. God does things. He doesn't attempt to do things. Okay? So now you understand the people that's designed to change America is not the Freemasons. It's not Illuminati. They can't change America. They can't change these dope boys. They can't change people out here. They can't change nobody. Okay. So what you have to understand is it's too far gone. So there's like kind of like no hope. And I just have to be real when there's people that's hoping at things that really isn't going to produce what they think it's going to produce. Trump is not going to produce change in America that you're thinking about. Make America great again. Like how? What? Far as the system? Okay, but then you still haven't changed the mindset of the people. So you just made a beautiful America, and everybody's mind is still messed up. Everybody's mind is still messed up. So then how? So you're still left with half the problem not solved. As long as the people's mindset is out here killing each other, uh, killing their family members, killing their co-workers, all this stuff going on, and from every background, from every ethnicity, they're doing it, right? How are you going to change that? It's every day now. I can't stress this enough. It's an urgent need, right? It's an urgent need. It's every day now. It's every week now for sure. So you can't act like, now you see what I'm saying? It's an urgent problem in the community. How, like, people are dying more than ever. How you gonna change it? Some people subconsciously don't address, they don't address their thoughts about Trump changing America. Now you might say, well, I wouldn't think Trump would change the dope boys. Nah, I don't think he can. But you didn't address it. You didn't address this. You didn't think about it. So subconsciously, more likely, you're thinking Trump subconsciously could change things as far as how people think. You see what I'm saying? When you don't address the subconscious makes you think everything's all good. When you don't address the subconscious, your subconscious is kind of telling you this person can fix things. So, but because you're not specifying in your mind, to the forefront of your mind, what they can fix, your subconscious is telling you, because Trump's going to get in office and work things out. Your subconscious is because you haven't specified from your subconscious is telling you he can fix it all. So in other words, if in your subconscious you thinking Trump is the answer, if you don't address what answers he will solve, you will subconsciously think he's going to make it all work out. Or you just are not sitting up thinking about whether he should, a problem that you need him to solve, but you ain't thinking about him solving it. You ain't thinking about him doing anything about it, right? So in your subconscious, most Americans think Trump can change America in the way where he can change the community because he had a slogan in this way of thinking of making America great again. And you took it to the maximum that he can change how the people think, he can change this community, he can change the people. How can he though? How can he change the mindset? So I'm just preparing you that whoever gets in office will not change the mindset of the people of America. And they're getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. How can you change these people? How can you change it? Okay, so it can affect your family, right? I just lost my brother from the streets. It's affecting everybody. My brother just got shot and killed. What was that? April, May, June? 3 months ago. 3 months ago. Just now, 3 months ago, he got shot and killed. How can you, from a home invasion too, which is a more dangerous crime than like a random shooting. You know what I'm saying? Randomly shooting, pulling the gun out on somebody. This was a planned murder where my brother got killed. My stepbrother got murdered. Okay, so that happened 3 months ago, right? That's why I'm on a whole different wave, man. That's why, like, my mentality, like these people out here playing around, like this is these Freemason fairs and parades, these Freemason parades, these Illuminati parades. Listen, buddy, we about to rain fire on that. No, but listen, man, times have changed. Times are serious. I just lost my brother. I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking about destroying everything in my way. I'm just letting you know. Because while you still stuck on like 3 months ago or maybe wherever else you at in your head, 2 months or years ago or wherever it's at, your head is with me. Okay, I just lost my brother 3 months ago. That has caused me to be hardcore on my enemies. Okay, I'm just letting you know because people are simple-minded. They'll see something happen and they'll know it happened, but they don't think you changed. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? Is keep it all the way 100. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it all the way 100 and keep it where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Freemasons are goofy people. Illuminati are goofy people. They're silly, goofy people. I figured it out. I can tell by the energy and how they think. They're goofy people, silly culture people. That basically describes them. And they're not on my level of intellect at all. Okay, that's why they try to make me look stupid. Try to make me look. They can't never do that. Okay, uh, they'll try to talk in a way for me to join them. I don't join Freemasons. I don't join Illuminati. That's weak. It's beneath me. These are the same people that sat back and nothing happened. These are the same people that sit back and did nothing. I don't care about that little money you passed out to the community. I'm talking about change. These politicians, America is passing money out to the community in all forms of fashion, but it's not changing, is it? So I address, I guess, a higher level of the chain of command, including you. And when I address this chain of command, you know, I'm talking on things that they're not addressing. Okay? So we see that special information is not what changes the country. These Freemasons walk around with special information. It ain't changing nothing, especially, is it? Man, listen. That's all goofiness. They are the religious people of our day. The kind that killed Jesus. Remember, the religious people are the ones that killed Jesus. Not the witch and the sorcerers, not the warlocks. No, that's not who killed Jesus. The people that killed Jesus was religious people who thought they knew God. Freemasons the same way. They're like the modern day Pharisees. Illuminati, modern day Pharisees. I already know. Because the people that tried to kill Jesus were the ones that said that kept the law. They kept the law. They said it. They knew information. Okay? Those were the people that killed Jesus. Tried to. Thought they did. Right? It wasn't witches and warlocks or some evil people that killed Jesus. That's not who killed Jesus. They didn't have a problem with Jesus. It was the people that thought they knew God, who thought they were smarter than Jesus, who thought they were more religious than Jesus or more better than Jesus. Those were the people. When you have a spirit like that, it's the same type of spirit that you got to watch out for that was following Jesus around. That's what it is. It's the same spirit. That's why we smashing on it. Like gangsters. Like gangsters. I'm smashing on it. You know what I'm saying? Because, in my opinion, I don't feel like I owe them anything. I I don't owe you no explanation. I don't owe you no sympathy or apathy or empathy or compassion. I don't owe you any of that. Okay? But you now are realizing with all your information that you didn't have enough information on me. Well, if you did, then why are you in the position you're in right now? Okay? So don't listen, don't ever try to see eye to eye with me. Okay? Don't ever try to do that. When I look at this country and the shambles this country is in, don't try to act like you have some seniority over me. See, that's what the Freemasons and Illuminati try to do. They'll try to come up and act like, well, we're who you answer to. I don't answer to you. I don't care about you because I look at the country as a black man and see the shambles is in. If you are the leadership or the seniority, then you telling yourself for being a loser. Look at the country. I don't care nothing about you getting mad. I don't care nothing about you. Listen, I'm ready. I'm ready for war. I'm not ready to die. I'm ready for war anytime. Anytime. To this afternoon, Sunday afternoon, I'm ready for war anytime. I'm in war for real. I'm in war. I'm always ready. Which means God can bring miracles. When I say ready, that doesn't mean, oh, well, what weapons do we got? That's a simple minded person. I am a spiritual person that can activate heaven and bring miracles down at any time. That's what level I'm on. And I'm ready at any time to do that. Where everybody's shocked that the Americans died and passed away. Okay? So separate me and differentiate me from these people out here that's walking around with this information and knowledge and think they're so special and think they're gods or whatever else they think they are. I already know how they think. Those type of people have done nothing with the community. That's what I want you to see. All they can do is pass money out to influence you. That's what they're trying to do. But meanwhile, pay attention to this. They haven't changed the community, have they? They're not designed to do so. Religious people are not designed to change the community. See, spiritual people, Freemasons can't hang out with spiritual people, can they? No, not like me. They got to go to witches and warlocks and them type of people. They can't hang out. They can hang out with religious Christians, can't they? That's why you got some Freemasons who think they're Christians. I know about that. But you are not spiritual. You can't hang out with the spiritual. You see what they do with the spiritual? They fight against the spiritual. This is how they was with Jesus. Jesus Christ, the Messiah, was not religious. He was spiritual. He was spiritual, and he revealed things to the community, and the religious people was kind of jealous because you couldn't deny it. And so we have to acknowledge the envy and jealousy that's coming from the Freemasons when it comes to me. We have to acknowledge the envy and jealousy that's coming from the Illuminati so that we can address this situation precisely as it is. To see things sharply as it is. To say, okay, well, I see that in you. You're hating on this person. So it ain't really that this person is off or doing wrong. You're a player hater. You're a jealous person. You know what I'm saying? And you're jealous because this man is more enlightened than you claim to be. That's what it is. And that's one of your, because see, that's their hang up. They think they got all this knowledge, these Freemasons and Illuminati. If they did, how come they ain't changed the community and I'm doing it? Because they're not spiritual. Only the spiritual can change your community. Only the spiritual can change these people. Freemasons, how they gonna change these dope boys? That's a joke. Oh, handing out money, they got money. You think they're gonna take your peanuts when they got money? They don't work on the dope boys. That's why they couldn't look. They couldn't infiltrate them dope boys. You know why? Because they already got money. I guarantee you, Freemasons and Illuminati ain't got no effect on them dope boys. You know why? Because they don't need their network for them little peanuts they pass out to everybody else. Real dope boys don't got nothing to do with them, do they? How you think I know this? Because I know how things move. I'm a part of the jungle. I don't have to go outside every day to be part of the jungle. I know how the jungle move. I guarantee you these dope boys ain't got nothing to do with these Freemasons, do they? They might try to, you know what I'm saying? Some people try to gravitate towards on a higher level when it comes to this entertainment and things like that. And that's how they get the dope boys right there, trying to offer them entertainment and all, record deals and all this kind of stuff with the music and everything. But the truth is, though, they can't get a hold of these streets. The streets ain't really taking that seriously, are they? Not the real dope boys, no. Cause they got money. Okay, so all you could do is kind of try to like with these dope boys is what they doing with me. When they can't control you, they're gonna try to come and gang stalk as to place control on top of you, right? It doesn't work though. See, with me being a spiritual person, I can go to war with you, defeat you. I proved I can defeat the Freemasons. I proved it. I defeated them. Man, come on, man. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. That's a joke to me, man. Okay, Freemasons are a joke. Okay, I'm telling you, the Illuminati is a joke. When we look at the real world, they are a joke. You see me? You see what I do? I'm talking about child marriage, right? Show me the Freemasons talking about child marriage. Show me Illuminati talking about child marriage. Okay, I won. With all your information and knowledge, you didn't talk about that, did you? No, you didn't. So that's why me and you are not on the same level. Neither can you gravitate towards me after the disrespect. We're two different entities. You can't manipulate me. I don't have the mind of a passive person that you can just rape. It don't work. That don't work. Maybe you thought that because you heard about my sexuality. Listen, you have no place to come on top of me and rape me, buddy. I know you have to say this because if you had a background where you were bisexual or something like that, unintelligent men would think, oh, well, we can overpower this person because we heard he was bisexual. We heard he was gay. So we know there's some weakness in there we can manipulate. You found it yet? You found some weakness in me? You found some weakness that you can manipulate? You found it yet? You haven't found it, have you? That's what I'm trying to show you. God can do miracles and shut down all your little street people, shut down all these little politics. Okay? Because now we get into the meat of who is really talking about something. Okay? Who's really just talking gibberish, just like these politicians? Who's got the people who got this secret information, but it ain't really doing nothing for our community. Now we're getting down to people talking like me and making one message, and it changes your whole perspective on America. When they've been sitting around here for years and years, and dusty old Freemason, old farts sitting around here doing nothing and saying nothing, just building this network for everybody to be intimidated by it and to be walked around, to be controlled by it. That's all they did was build this big old network. If I had to explain to Freemasons, it's like a big old book of coupons. You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. Freemasons ain't nothing but a big old book of coupons, buddy. 5% off on this, 20% off on that. You a big old book of coupons, buddy. Your organization is just a big old book of coupons now, ain't it? Illuminati, the same thing. Your look, it's just a big old book of coupons, ain't it? Look, that don't change nothing, do it? I tell it how it is, man. Listen, you mess with me, you play with me. I'm gonna say what I need to say. If you come over here playing with me, I'm gonna say. Before you leave, I'm gonna say what I need to say. You just a big old book of coupons, manipulating the people with coupons. That's all you're doing, buddy. Giving perks to the people in the community. That's basically what it is. I'm right. I seen it enough. I heard them enough to know how they move. It ain't nothing but a big old book of coupons, and people have perks to do this, that, and the third. To get this, that, and the third. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. I don't need your book of coupons. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't want it. It's not worth it. Dealing with you is not worth a book of coupons. Okay? And like I said, you got, glory to your name, amen. You got these presidents that are not designed to change America. They're not designed to do it. Okay? They're not designed to change this country. But you subconsciously could think that they're going to do something to change America. What they going to do to change this country? Huh? What they going to do to change America? So the bottom line is they can't affect the streets. So no matter what happens out here, no matter what they do as far as these packages and plans and all this stuff that the presidents, these laws that they pass, the stuff on the border and all of this stuff, they still aren't affecting the mentality of the people, which means you're still going to be on 50% of having a job done. The job is not going to be done 100% until the people of the minds, the mentalities change, and you can't change it. We're designed to change it. I can change how people think. I'm designed to do it. I know how to go in the wiring of the mind and address things and show you everything intelligently. God has designed me to do it. A president can't do it. All they can do is hold up a Bible. All Trump can do is stand by a church and hold up a Bible. Did it change people? Did it change people's perspective of him? It did not, did it? He's not designed to do it. And you can't step on the toes of the people that's designed to change things because you had a new wave in American culture with gay and hip hop and rock and roll. Now you think you can step out here on the block disrespecting things that all these people respected, even presidents, even Trump. Even he respects and has waves around the Bible. You can't come. So even with even all these people respect the truth, right? You can't come out here disrespecting things and think your country is gonna stay afloat. That everybody's been respected from the ancient times. They've been respecting the preachers. They've been respecting the prophets. Now you got these little new age weirdos that's out here thinking they can just go back and forth with the prophet. I'm calling it just like it is. Because they on a new wave in their mind with this witchcraft, thinking that they can go back and forth with good. You see what I'm saying? You see that mentality right there? That's what's causing drama and trouble in your community. That's what's causing it. Listen. I don't know what battery they got in their back, but they ain't got no crimes on me. They ain't got no crimes on you. Case closed. We ain't letting no people play police / witchcraft / whatever else you want to be / Freemason, Illuminati. And you want to be police and all of this at the same time. Listen, buddy, I'm gonna tell you like the streets tell you. You ain't got no crime. You gotta go. If you don't, I'm gonna make you go. And I proved I can make you go. I can make your country go, which is making you go. Ultimately, you're going because your country is going. You're going because your country is going. Your cartoons. You sit up and try to be outside while I'm doing messages. Like what that's gonna do? Cartoons, bro. Cartoons not even worthy of me. You're not worthy of me. No, listen. You listen. Listen. I'm not arrogant. I know my worth, and they're not worthy of me. When you know your worth, you know who's worthy. Okay, that's all there is to it. You ain't worthy of me. You ain't got nothing to talk about. You ain't talk about nothing. Now we back. Now we on something hot where now I'm talking about the cost of living and the minimum wage. That's going to be my next message. Yeah, you think I ain't on it, dog? Yeah, they don't think I'm on it, do they? That's what I'm talking about next. Because I'm gonna show you how all these politicians have never addressed in a simplistic fashion like you need it to be addressed to you. We're gonna lift up cost minimum wage to where it makes sense according to the cost of living, so you can literally live somewhere. See, a lot of people are slaves working at Walmart, but the cost of living at Walmart, the minimum wage at Walmart does not give you access to cost of living in your city. So what are you doing? You're just working. Some people are just working. because minimum wage in your city doesn't give you access to cost of living. So you know how many people are just working? You know how many people are just working? They're just working. They would never have enough money to stand on their own 2 feet. They would never have enough money to buy their own place, to have their own house, to have their own apartment. Okay? So then why couldn't a president make a common sense out of it all? None of them did. None of them addressed cost of living, minimum wage, cost of living complementing minimum wage, and minimum wage complementing cost of living. Because the truth is, the racist people of the racist people of the past never addressed, they kept it a certain way so that white, black people, and other minorities couldn't come into their neighborhoods. It was a form of segregation. That's the word I was looking for. It was a form of segregation to, it was financial segregation where the minimum wage was down here, right? It was down here and cost of living was over there. Okay? So you don't have Freemasons and Illuminati talking about that. All you got them doing is a butt naked witchcraft trick, don't you? It's a butt naked telepath trick, ain't it? It's a butt naked telepath trick. Come on, man. Listen, I'm talking about real stuff that can change lives. You're not gonna find. Listen, we don't need butt naked witchcraft. We don't need butt naked telepathy. We don't need butt naked telepathy, butt naked witchcraft, or butt naked psychic power. We don't need that. Okay? So every time you put your mouth on me, I speak as a prophet of God. Everything they just spoke out there, let it be released to East Amherst community as a whole. Because see, you can't read this situation. You're a McDonald community, a McDonald eating community that think you in my lane and you ain't nowhere near my lane, bro. You ain't nowhere near it. And because you got butt naked telepathy, and listen, I'ma hurt your feelings and show you that ain't nothing in my world, buddy. That ain't nothing. You've been impressing these Americans with that. That's what happened. That's how they got gassed. They've been impressing these non-spiritual people with that, these religious people with that, these Americans. I'm not impressed. I'm impressed when you have real solutions and not just a butt naked spiritual gift. God doesn't work like that. We as servants of God, we're not butt naked spirituality. I'm not butt naked spirituality. I'm giving you solutions. That's why this reveals how far spirituality can go. Spirituality goes into information. Spirituality goes into knowledge. Spirituality reveals hidden information. Real spirituality, is not butt naked telepathy. That's what they got. That's what now you see the difference. Real spirituality has a backbone. Real spirituality goes into the wiring of your community and shows you how minimum wage never complemented cost of living, and no one ever showed you that. Not like this. Of course, people talk about cost of living is high. Of course, people talk about minimum wage is low, but they never put two and two together in one soundbite where we're talking about minimum wage raised where people can actually live in their own cities. This isn't an option. What people are going to do? They got to stop making it seem like raising minimum wage is an option. What are people going to do? If you have low minimum wage, How are you going to live anywhere in a city? Huh? See the problem. That's why I got to do a whole video on it, man. I can't listen. I can't say it all in one sentence. Not the prophet. I can't say it all. I gotta see. A real teacher has a backbone intellectually. I have to go into all of the different components of minimum wage, cost of living. How none of these politicians have talked about it. They have never made it their primary purpose to get. This is all there is to life. Minimum wage and cost of living. All this other stuff is secondary, right? Think about it. Even healthcare is not more important than minimum wage. No, it's not. Well, I mean, when you look at the whole humanity, everybody ain't getting sick all at once. Even though you might have the possibility of people getting sick, what's going on more than anything else? What is the most primary need more than anything else? Healthcare? No, it's not. Everybody's not getting sick. So that's not the most primary need at hand. The most primary need at hand is higher minimum wage. They put it to you like it's healthcare. Obama put it to you like it's healthcare. Healthcare is not the number one need for humanity. The only way that would be true is if everybody's going to get sick in the minimum in a month's time, regardless. Like we all gonna get sick in a month's time, regardless, or we all get sick, rain, sun, and shine twice a year. Then you could say, well, okay, healthcare is the number one need. It's not the number one need. It's a possibility that you might need it, right? But it's not the number one need for healthy people every day that go without being sick for how long? How long some Americans, some people in the community go without being sick? Like physically sick? When the last time you've been down to the ER? But you need money today, don't you? That's what I'm talking about, bro. The main need is not healthcare. It is the raising a realistic, real world approach to minimum wage, where people can get a place to stay and stand on their own 2 feet. If you ain't talking about that, that's the biggest money talk in America. Because I can talk about how much money I have. You can talk about how much money you have. That's not the biggest money talk. The biggest money talk in America is the raising a realistic approach to minimum wage. That's all these everyday people care about. They don't care about no rappers and singers and all these other people, these financial fat cats with money. It ain't their money. So then that's not the biggest financial talking if it don't apply to everybody. What applies to everybody, the biggest money talk that applies to everybody, is the raising of minimum wage. That applies to everybody. All these common folks, that's what they talk about. And how it is mismatched with cost of living. Cost of living is minimum wage, and cost of living is the most important money conversation there is. Even more important than ideas, vocations, talents, success of vocations, and all of that. Nope. The most important money conversation that the Illuminati see on their website, they talking about success. You can't promise nobody success with minimum wage as low as it is. You can't promise nobody success with the fluctuation of the economy and jobs and all of that and all this stuff going on with COVID. That's why we destroying them. We destroying the Illuminati, because now how can you promise success in a time like this? You can't. You can't promise success. How you going to promise it? You can't promise it. You can't guarantee success. It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. As the economy fluctuates and vacillates, how can you promise success? You can't. You can't promise it. Because when things change, what you going to say? During COVID, could you promise success? During COVID-19, could you promise success? You couldn't promise success during COVID. All you can do is hand out peanuts that ain't even real for real men and women. They ain't handing out, listen, they ain't handing out enough for you to go get uh, um, for you to go get a house. They ain't handing out money for you to go get a real place to live. They handing out peanuts that would be only enticing for children and teenagers and young people that just want to smoke weed and want a pack of cigarettes. That's the success they talking about. Money enough for weed and a pack of cigarettes. Which would only appeal to young people, which explains why all their membership is all these young people that just want a pack of cigarettes and weed and alcohol. That's it. They can't get you enough money to get you a mortgage. Illuminati ain't handing out mortgage money. Freemasons ain't handing out mortgage money. Yeah, they can hand it out to people who bend over for their communities. They can't hand it out to everybody. You got to bend over a lot. You got to bend over, don't you, to get that mortgage money in that group, don't you? You got to bend over, don't you? That's what I'm talking about. So why would you pay attention to anything in the background? That's what I'm saying. It's childlike compared to what I'm talking about. Now think about it. You got these gang stalkers. You hear them right in the background. Now why would you pay attention to anything they talk about? When I'm making the most sense and I'm talking about the most serious thing to man here in America. Minimum wage and cost of living. Why? See, that's what I'm trying to show you. It gives you a perfect example of how what they're about. They're about something? Oh, handing out peanuts and looking like you're about something. Looking like you're about something. But meanwhile, you're really just gang stalkers. You're really just butt-naked witchcraft, butt-naked psychic power, butt-naked telepathy with peanuts. That I summed it up. They ain't got no mortgage money. They handing out mortgage money. Man, listen, man, that only appeals to people in their early 20s. That's why their membership, if you look at their membership, is a whole bunch of young people in it. Because what grown man or woman gonna join a group that can't give you more than you can get on your own? All they can do is get you this book of coupons. That's a certain type of person too. Unsophisticated and bushwhack looking to get deals on everything. That's the only person you can work with, buddy. Them type of people. You know them type of people that cut out coupons for everything. Everybody met somebody like that. They cut out coupons for everything. And I mean, it is a way to save money for the innocent person. But this mentality is that's who they get. They get these coupon people. Your membership is the coupon people that care about perks. That's what I'm saying. I leave people dusty. You felt that silence? Well, they can't even come back from that. Look, man, bro. Look, you can't come back from what I'm doing. You marrying children, your country talking about success. You feel like you got success with child marriage in the country? You feel like you got success with child marriage in America? You feel successful. Success is not described only with finances. Are you intellectually successful? Are you spiritually successful? Are you emotionally successful? Are you behaviorally successful? Are you relationally successful? How can they provide all of that? And if you don't consider success in all the other areas, then listen, you're going to be sadly disappointed just talking about financial success. Financial success is not the only success. And if you're not a manager, if you don't manage other success, your financial success won't be worthwhile anyway. Well, if you are not emotionally successful, you listen, the financial success is nothing. That's what listen, man, I just picked that all apart. See, the difference between me and you, I can pick everything you think you are apart. You can't pick me apart, buddy. With these credible prophecies and we manifesting every week, you can't pick me apart. How? Oh, talking about the past, something you don't even know how it happened. How can you pick me apart? Oh, being a human, having flaws like everybody else. Listen, making the same mistakes everybody else. It ain't alien. Everything I'm doing ain't alien to nobody. We can see other people doing the same thing. Hey, so show me something where you can really pick me apart. Man, you can't be serious, bro. Listen. You laugh, man. Listen, I'm laughing in your face as a community. I'm laughing in your face, man. You ever had anybody laugh in your face? That's how you know you're pathetic. Okay? Precedents can't change America. None of these people are talking about what I'm talking about. They can't change the country. They can't change nothing. Ah, it's almost the end of the weekend. Yeah. These little people sitting around drinking and smoking. Almost time for you to go in, ain't it? Back to Monday. And I hope it's a manic Monday too. I hope you have a manic Monday. I hope you have a manic Monday.
At Purdue Global, access a network of more than
See, what some people want to say is,
and make your comeback with.
This is just sound bites. What I'm saying, how's it just sound bites, bro? Sound bites? Oh, I'm just talking. This kind of talk changes the world, buddy. Hey, listen. Just because you a low level person that don't know about intellectual property and know what it does and the power of intellectual property, don't try to throw shade on my situation. If you ain't got nothing worth talking about that could change the community, don't try to sit back and talk about he just talking. I'm just talking, really? Well, that's what changes everything, doesn't it? That's all Joe Biden could be doing. That's all Trump could be doing is talking. What are he gonna do? Physically come out here and change everything? So at the end of the day, Trump's administration is a collective series of ideas that are communicated. Trump's administration is not going to be anything but a series of collective ideas, which is communicated. And guess what? That's talking, right? Right. It's high quality. It should be high quality ideas, right? Communicated. That's all I'm talking about. You see my level, sucker? But you can't communicate high quality ideas, can you? You can't communicate high quality ideas. You're not comparable. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to you. The right people are gonna see you and think you deserve to die and I'm more valuable than you. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Playtime is gonna be over. God is already doing it. God is already in a position where he see me more valuable than you and he killing y'all community. Because you're not valuable to the community. That's the danger of being invaluable. If you're not valuable, it's danger. Well, then how can you look, how can you even work a job if you're not valuable? If you're not even a valuable employee, if your value is not even good enough to where you can be a valuable employee or a valuable recording artist or a valuable football player or a valuable basketball player, you're in danger for being just somebody that's thrown aside and tossed aside. I broke it down to you. Everything you see going on is all about value. People that work at these jobs are considered valuable people that we can trust to come here and work here. They're valuable. You might not esteem them as valuable. That's where it gets tricky. Stepping on people's toes that you don't esteem as valuable. Listen, I'm valuable to God. I'm working for God, buddy. And guess what happens? Unfortunately, in this particular situation, you get stepped on yourself. You get stepped on because you are not valuable enough to be here. No, you're not. I sense what you are. You know what you are? People that use butt naked witchcraft and divination, that's sitting around smoking and drinking like drug addicts and alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? That's what you consist of. I seen you all around the country. These Illuminati members ain't nothing but a bunch of drug addicts. They got a book of coupons. That's all it is. People that's looking for perks in life. That's all. That's not good enough. But you're esteeming yourselves as this enlightened community that knows what to do. Oh man. Man, I tell you, bro. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. Like I said, man, Trump can't change the mentality of the people. Trump can't change the mindset of the people. How can he stop all this killing that's going on? So then, one thing we know for sure, that if Trump gets 4 years, he can't change the way the people think, can he? He can't change these dope boys down in these dope holes, can he? What we call dope holes in the South, which is the trap to you, or you know what I'm saying? Y'all might call it the trap. We call it dope holes in North Carolina. He can't change these boys down in them dope holes, can he? He can't change boys down in them dope holes, can he? Huh? He can't change them, can he? So then one thing is for sure. You can expect more of the killing. Look, all the stuff you see right now. You can expect more. No, I'm just freeing your subconscious and your mind because you subconsciously thinking he can change that. So I gotta set you free. You're gonna see more of the killing. If more than anything, you're gonna see more of it. All this random killing at bodegas and delis and all of that kind of stuff. You're gonna see more of that in New York. You're gonna see more of the train, people pushing people on trains. You're gonna see more of this killing, the homeless people getting killed and killing people. You're gonna see more of the police getting shot and killed. You're gonna see more of these migrants killing people. How can Trump change that? As far as the migrants go, okay, they're too embedded in the community for Trump to do anything about it. How can Trump manually come in himself and go down and get all the migrants? Round all the migrants up together. How is Trump gonna round up all the migrants? like he at a ranch. Come on, get these migrants. Y'all acting like Trump is at a ranch. Like he gonna get like the Trump ranch. Yeah, we need that Trump ranch. We need that Trump ranch, don't we? Trump gonna with that Trump ranch, he gonna round all them cattle up. He gonna round all them migrant cattle up, and he gonna get them on out of here. How Trump gonna round up all these like a ranch? How he gonna round up all these migrants? How's he gonna do it? Trump can't round up all these migrants, man. That old man to get knocked over playing with them young migrants. Physically speaking. He can't go out there. Nobody don't care about these wild Trump supporters. If they ain't got guns, they in trouble. If they ain't got weapons, they in trouble. Everybody ain't fighting and fist fighting. That's all they doing. Look, man, look. Ain't nobody scared of no Trump supporters. Let's keep it real. You've been watching TV with them going back and forth fighting. Nobody don't care nothing about that. These migrants don't care nothing about no Trump supporters. Or Trump himself. So how is he going to change it? He's going to rely on the same agencies that Joe Biden has access to right now. Joe Biden could be doing something about the migrants right now. Why we talking about the migrants? Joe Biden could be doing, why he ain't doing nothing? Because he's pro-migrant. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? He ain't going to tell you. Joe Biden ain't doing nothing about the migrants because he's sitting down eating, he's sitting down eating at a Mexican restaurant. Think about being pro-migrant. Oh, come on. You don't want to be honest. Wasn't Joe Biden down in a Mexican restaurant, which wasn't nothing but propaganda, trying to show how he cool with the Mexicans, Hispanic and Latinos. That's all that was. Come on, man. Ain't nobody stupid, man. It's all corny to me now. It's all corny. You know what I'm saying? Even the Mexican Americans want something done about these migrants. That's how you know who's corny, man. People go sit up and eat at Mexican restaurants. Joe Biden go eat at Mexican restaurants. He think he got them wrapped around his finger. He think he got all the Mexicans on his side just because he went and ate at a Mexican restaurant. Meanwhile, simultaneously, these Mexican Americans want these migrants out of here too. That part. Okay, so look, man. Look, let me tell you something. Realistically, I'm all about reality, man. Just in case you thought I wasn't, and just in case you thought I was like these butt naked witchcraft people using butt naked witchcraft. Look, man, they ain't talking about nothing. So it's butt naked witchcraft. It's butt naked telepathy at best. I'm not walking around here with butt naked spirituality. You see the stuff I'm talking? You see the caliber of the stuff I'm talking about? That's got man. Listen, we can't let these lames try to downgrade the caliber of what I'm talking about. Man, you ain't heard such talking like this since Malcolm X and MLK. Okay, who told you about child marriage laws? Who? Al Sharpton didn't tell you about it. Louis Farrakhan, no disrespect, he didn't tell you about it. So who told you about child marriage laws? So I deserve to say my intellectual levels is on the caliber of Malcolm X and MLK when the things I say changes everything. No matter what that change is, it's based on the person coming and changing things. And I'm showing you their position as national leaders. You ain't never heard nobody define them as national leaders. I'm gonna get on that too. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to it. But I wanted to address how Trump can't change these mentalities of these people. He can't. What Trump gonna do? How Trump gonna change the mentality of the people? So then let's review in reality what actually happens. What actually happens is the Republican Party takes over the White House, number one, which is not good for black people. You ain't gonna have to deal with just Trump. You're gonna have to deal with the whole entire Republican Party. Okay? After that, he can't. What Trump gonna do to change these migrants? To change this migrant situation? Why these bushwhack white people acting like he can do it? How is he gonna do it? I want you to explain it intelligently. You can't do it, can you? You can't explain it intelligently, can you? All you can say is Trump gonna change it. Like some drunk bushwhack redneck. Trump gonna change it. Change these migrant situation. Trump gonna change this migrant situation. Yeah. Okay, explain how he gonna do it. That's how you know who the real businessman and who's not. Show me how he gonna do it. You can't do it, can you? You can't show me how he gonna change it, can you? You can't do it, can you? That's what I thought. You can't even show me how he gonna change it. How Trump gonna change it? How Trump gonna change it? You can't show me, can you? So then it's safe to assume that nothing changes as far as the streets and the mentality of the people and the migrants. It's safe to say Trump really won't have no effect on the migrants that's embedded already in your community, camouflaged in Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods, and how he gonna come down there with an agency or himself and come and pick them out and say, well, that's the migrants in this Hispanic and Latino neighborhood. Where you think they're going to? Asian neighborhoods? You think the migrants are going to Chinatown? Where they can be detected? When ain't number Asian people at? They're going to Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods. That's where they're going. And how you gonna find them? How you gonna go down? I'm trying to show you reality. How's he gonna go down there and get them? How? You can't explain it, can you? I know. That's what I'm trying to show you. Which means basically nothing is going to happen. He's just going to pimp this situation, this pipe dream to get in the White House. But in reality, the black man shows you how Trump gonna change it. How he gonna get Hispanic and Latino migrants running all over the city? How he gonna get all of them? And without breaking rights of humans, like just hauling people in. He can't just haul anybody in, right? So you gotta be, so that's another setback. You can't just haul people in and then say, well, we just want to see who all these people are. We just seen a whole bunch of people on the streets and we just brought them in to see if they're migrants. You can't do that either. See, once you brought them here, now you got to respect certain rights that Americans expect you to uphold. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ow. Oh. They expect you to uphold certain human rights for even these migrants. Well, you let them come here. Hey, yeah. You can't treat them like animals. You let them come here. They have to be treated according to American standard. Which means, listen, you already know how it is. These lax, weak laws. Listen, man, with them having to be on American standard of how they treat people, with these weak immigration laws and all this stuff, you put all of that together and you tell me how he gonna get these people when you can't just even approach these people. How are you gonna do it? You have the only way I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do in reality. You want to know what reality is gonna be? I'm gonna tell you. They're gonna have to wait for migrants to break the law, and that's who they and for most political people, that's gonna be good enough. Well, we getting the criminals. That's all who the problem is anyway. See, that's how the politicians think. But they're not looking at the other problems the migrants are causing for you as a community. They're not looking at the housing situation and the money situations. The politicians, I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do. Listen, the politicians are gonna round it off at we're just getting the criminals. That's who's most important. Right? And everybody gonna say, well, yeah, that's kind of true. Because if they ain't doing no crimes, then really there ain't no problem. Right? If the migrants ain't really doing no crimes, then what the problem is? And that's how they gonna get you. They gonna get Trump in there, and then they gonna downgrade to we just want these criminal migrants. But at first it was just bringing them in, bringing everybody. You gotta understand the subconscious. Subconsciously, you're thinking all of them going back as Americans, right? That's not gonna happen. All those busts, in other words, let me say it in plain and let me give you a plain visual of the situation. All those busloads of people that came to New York, all those busloads of people that came to New York, they're not all going back. You know who's only going back? I'm gonna tell you who's going back. See, you thought it was all of them as an American. Yeah, well, he's gonna get the migrants. That means all those people. See, you got to understand American reasoning, and you have to have people to reason to you according to American reasoning. You as an American, you're thinking, oh, Trump is going to get all those busloads of migrants out of here, laying around on the blocks. He going to get all of that. No, they ain't. I'm going to tell you when they're going to get. I'm going to tell you what they're going to get. They're going to get all these criminal migrants, and they're going to sell you on that's good enough. But here's the problem with that, with an intelligent, smart bird like me. It's after the fact. You're getting them after the fact. You're getting them after they rape girls and kill girls. When the damage is done. Listen, that's why that method is not good enough. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? They're getting them after the fact. So at best, let's review. So at best, they're getting people after they do crimes and the damage is done, which is still not a good method. Now, is it? Well, in the real world, you want to get them before they do the crime, don't you? So let's double park right there. Let's review what America going to be doing. America is going to be getting migrants after they do crimes and selling you after they killed people and raped girls. Then they're going to get them. That's how they're going to find out who's the migrants. Well, you show me another method. No, in real time. In real time, because we only deal with real time in real life, right? Show me in real time where America is going to have a plan to go get the migrants out of these Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods that they camouflaging themselves in. They're all in. The way you think they went? To the hood where black people at? Sitting around eating chips with black people at the corner store? That's where they're going to be. Migrants going to be in the hood at the corner store eating chips with the black people. Busting a flow in a cipher in the hood. That's where we're going to find the migrants. Flowing in the hood in a cipher. Hey, they going to Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods. They're going to Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods and camouflaging. Wouldn't you do that if you was Hispanic and Latino and you knew you was illegal? What are you going to do? What most of them are going to do? They're going to go into migrant Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods and camouflage themselves. How you gonna know? How you gonna just look at them and know? And then they gonna hold you on the technicality of, well, you really don't know, so you're breaking my rights. You're stereotyping me. They could get offended before you can even get. They can act like they're offended to where you can't even get to investigating them. They could play that game. Well, sir, how you know I'm not a citizen? Then you're breaking my rights, and now you're tripping because you don't really know. Well, is this a migrant or am I stereotyping this person because they're Hispanic? So now you don't know. So now they can play you like that. Sir, I'm how am I doing anything? What makes you think I'm a migrant? What make you think I'm a migrant? What make you think I'm a migrant? What make you think I'm a migrant? See what I'm saying? They have, listen, the truth is, they have no true method of being able to get migrants camouflaged in Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods, and they selling you, they pimping you, getting your votes, and they can't tell you how they're gonna do it. You just as stupid as they come. You become stupider more and more with time. How you explain to me how you gonna get them? Realistically, not in philosophy. Not in philosophy. Not in the philosophy world. How is Trump going to get the migrants? Can the rednecks tell me? Can the MAGA tell me? How's he going to get for MAGA, how's he going to get the migrants? What's the plan? Oh, well, Trump said he's going to do it. That's a redneck. Well, Trump, his response is not to give me the answer because he's unsophisticated. Well, Trump said he's going to do it. That's his answer. His answer to my question is, well, Trump said he's going to do it. Which means he couldn't give me an educated answer, could he? He couldn't tell me how Trump is going to do it. He couldn't convince me, a grown man that's a grown man in my brain. I'm grown in my brain. He couldn't tell a grown man with a grown brain how Trump is gonna get all these migrants in real time in the real world we live in. He couldn't tell me how we're gonna get these migrants out of these Hispanic and Latino neighborhoods that they done went into and camouflaged themselves. He ain't told us how. They can't tell us how, can they? They can't tell you how to do it, can they? That's what I'm trying to show you. So all they did was pimp you out, get your vote, thinking that you thinking he gonna change the migrant situation. That's one of the number one reasons people voted for Trump, right or wrong. Okay, how's he gonna do it then? See, this is what the Democrats were supposed to do. This is what the Joe Bidens of the world were supposed to do. You were supposed to come and shut down this whole idea of what he's selling everybody. He's selling everybody on, we gonna get rid of the migrants. You're supposed to shut that down. Joe Biden was supposed to shut that down, man. By saying, how is Trump gonna do it? Even if it looks like you're incriminating yourself, as far as an administration, you still got you listen. You got to understand war and understand strategy. You can possibly come back from that being Democrats and listen and you smash him. You defeat him. You what word I want to use? What adjective I want to use? You blow him up. You explode him. You send that explosion. How is Trump gonna get the migrants? So then, okay, Americans like, well, I don't think I should vote for Trump because how is he realistic? What else is he gonna do? What else we want Trump for? We only really want him. Most reasonable Americans only really want Trump to get the migrants, right or wrong. That's the only reason. What's the other reasons? I want you to explain that intelligently too. What's the other reasons you want Trump? Oh, you ain't think about it, did you? Just to look at him, just to look at Trump. You just want to look at him. He makes you feel comfortable like a comfort blanket. Trump is your comfort blanket. Some of these white folks, Trump is your comfort blanket, ain't he? Hey, for some of these white Americans, Trump is your comfort blanket, ain't he? For some of these rednecks, Trump is your comfort blanket when you've been drinking too much. Well, I'm going to just lay on this blanket. I've been drinking too much. I had enough. Trump is your comfort blanket, ain't he? Huh? So then explain to me, listen, if he's not just your comfort blanket, if he's not just there to make you feel like white America is still ruling, then show me what Trump is going to do besides the migrants. Now, wouldn't you expect a president to tell you what he's going to do? What has Trump told you he's going to do? You don't know, do you? So if you had to give me a real answer and you couldn't avoid it, what answer would it be about what Trump is going to do when he get in office? Besides the migrant, we already covered he can't do that. So what's left? What's left that Trump is supposed to do? So really, the truth is, Trump is really reduced down to, when we really look in reality, when he can't get the migrants and we don't see nothing else he can do, Trump is reduced down to a comfort blanket for white Americans. He's reduced down to a comfort blanket also for black people that want to do something about the migrants, but we covered that part. After we covered the migrant part, he's just reduced down to a comfort blanket for Americans, dominantly white people. He's a comfort blanket for you, ain't he? Make you feel like we still have America. He smells and looks like America, don't he? See, that's what the truth is. For some of these Americans, he looks like he's all American. The all American element, the all American element is really why you giving your vote to Trump, ain't it? Oh yeah. That's the real truth. It's a matter of Trump being a all American comfort blanket. Yeah, he got the flag. In fact, he got that old flag where the stars was in a circle. He got he's the comfort blanket. He's the comfort blanket with the American flag where the stars back in the day when the stars was in a circle on the flag. He's our American comfort blanket. Trump is an American comfort blanket, ain't he? Well, I just want you to show me what he's gonna do then. That's a legitimate question. What is Trump gonna do to grown migrants, killers, rapists, killing little white girls? How is Trump gonna stop that, man? Oh well, look. Oh, I know. He's gonna do things on the border. He's gonna work the border situation out. Okay. Really? Well, I hate to be a bearer of bad news. Really, I don't. In this case, I really don't care to be a bearer of bad news in this case. There's a lot of migrants already here. So even if he closed the border, what does it matter with thousands and thousands of migrants here that are capable of doing crimes and raping girls? Let me put it like this. There's enough migrants here to rape your women. It's enough migrants here to rape your women. It's enough migrants here to rape your girls. It's enough migrants here to kill women. Killing women unprovoked. It's enough of them here to do it again. Don't you think? Well, I seen busloads, didn't you? I seen busloads. I'm pretty sure there's some more in there that can do it. Hey, not to mention, they're still flowing in as we speak, right? They ain't worked that out. So guess what? That means 6 more months of flowing migrants into America. You don't think that's going to be enough by the time Trump get in to still be killing and raping girls? When you still got 6 more months of flowing migrants into America from Mexico? Just Mexico alone. You got 6 more, half a year left where migrants can flow steadily every month. You don't think once he gets in, and let's say he do something with the border, you don't think it will already be enough here to still continue to rape and kill your children and women? Of course there will still be enough. There will be enough here. There's going to be, look, it's 6 more months left. That's an eternity as far as the migrants flowing in. As far as migrants flowing in, that's an eternity. 6 months, half a year. You know how many migrants can come here in half a year? That's not included all these busloads. I'm talking about new ones. Trump gonna fix that? I'm trying to show you reality, man. And look, this is why I am the way I am. Because see, you're over there too comfortable. Like Trump is gonna do something. Man, what is he gonna do? That's my attitude. As a black man, what he gonna do? He can't physically come out there. So what is he actually gonna do? See, the black man gets down to reality. What is he gonna actually do, bro? Actually. Not, oh, well, we think Trump can do the job. How's he gonna do the job? That's what the black man gonna tell you. How's he gonna do it? Just from being black, you kind of deal with reality on a ground level a little more realistically. You know what I mean? I deal with reality more on the ground level, on the realistic level. You know what I'm saying? That's part of when you understand culture, you understand what produces a person's certain thought patterns. My certain thought patterns is I want you to show me in reality, on ground level, how Trump gonna do it. See, it's coming from different cultures. You gotta understand culture. White cultures just sit back and say, "Oh well, yeah, Trump gonna do it." Black people gonna say, "How you gonna do it?" Because we're used to dealing with reality in a practical way, in a realistic way, on ground level, where we have to have plans in real time, in real reality. Okay, we're used to having plans. You sit back and let cars fall as it may when you're rich, don't you? And look, rich people dominate your culture. So you can even influence middle class to be like this. Let the cars fall as they may. I know you ain't rich as white people, but you're still part of our culture. Just let the cars fall as they may. Listen, black people can't afford to let cars fall as they may. That's what you're doing right now, ain't you? You letting cars fall as they may. With Trump, you letting cars fall as they may. Well, we just want them in there. Let cars fall as they may. Tell me you ain't doing, show me how you ain't doing that. You are letting cars fall as they may when you don't really know. Huh? How you know? Oh, Trump is just a familiar face. He gonna do it. You see how that sounds? Oh, we just want Trump in there because it's a familiarity element. That's all it is. That's why you want him in there, because he's familiar to you. Oh, I'm just showing you psychology. I'm just showing you your psychology. Biden seems like he's part of the strange problem, this new strange problem going on. That's why he ain't gonna make it. Because Biden looked like he part of this new problem. Trump is familiar. You see that? Trump is familiar, which is like an all-American comfort blanket to make you feel like, oh, well, Trump is gonna work it out. He's American. He's an all-American. He's gonna work it out. I feel safe with Trump. Do you really? When he is one of the most unpredictable presidents of all time. Trump is one of the most unpredictable presidents of all time. You feel you feel safe? You do. You really do? When he's one of the most unpredictable presidents, let's keep in mind, they didn't even know if he was going to leave the White House the last time. Oh, you don't remember that? I remember that. Where people didn't even know if Trump was going to stay in the White House. He's already talking about a third term. He's one of the most unpredictable presidents of all time. Look how he acted once he got your votes the other time. He didn't consider his behavior when he was thinking about MAGA and doing what MAGA wanted him to do. He had his own unpredictable behavior once he got in there. Trump had his own unpredictable behavior once he got your votes. That's what he's going to do. It's safe to assume he's going to do the same thing, ain't it? Trump going to get in there with that unpredictable behavior. You have no idea what the future holds. I'm going to tell you that, buddy. Listen, you have no idea what the future holds for you putting Trump in office. You can't say what he's going to do. All you can do is sit up and use Trump as a comfort blanket. That's all it is. Because Biden looks like he's part of this. Because certain things happen in his presidency. He looks like he's a strange part of the problem. That's what it is. He's a strange part of the problem, isn't he? He's a strange part of the problem. When you agree with that, wouldn't you? That even with him talking and how it seemed like he can't talk and all of that. No, listen, I'm not trying to criticize him. He seems like he's a strange part of the problem, don't he? So with that being established, Trump is like a comfort blanket, wouldn't he? It would make you feel comfortable as an American, like something comfortable and familiar that you could trust. Really, Trump is just like a persona that you are desperate enough to trust. I'm gonna say that again. Trump is a persona that you're desperate enough to trust. Now I've said it just right, haven't I? Trump is a persona that you are desperate enough to trust. Trump is a persona that you're desperate enough to trust. That's all that's going on here. That's why black people that you wouldn't even expect to vote for Trump is now voting for Trump. You know why? Because you are desperate enough to trust in Trump. You're desperate enough to do it. That's all it is. I broke it down. I showed you everything about these people. You're just desperate enough to put your trust in Trump. He's familiar enough as far as a personality for even black people to say, I can gravitate towards him as an American. But you can't show me how he's going to do something. And he's more of a danger for your community. He's unpredictable. And why I say that is because he's unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do. And we base that off of his last term. You don't know what that man going to do. You can really say Trump is predictable. If you had to pick multiple choice, well, yes or no, actually. Is Trump predictable? Yes or no? Can you predict what he's going to do as a president? Can you say, well, yeah, you know, I can kind of get a feel for what he's going to do. You think you got a feel for what Trump is going to do? You think you got an idea what Trump is going to do? You think you got an idea of what he's going to be like? Trump has proved in the past to get votes and become unpredictable after the votes. You can't be simple. In a cartoonish fashion, he gets all the votes. Gets in there. Hey, yeah. We want this done, that done, that done. He's that type of person. Because you remember, he's a little bitter about all that's been done to him in the courts. You got to add that into how he would interact with America as the president. Now that I'm in here, yeah. All these people playing with me. Think about that. That's what I'm trying to show you. The bottom line is you can't show me how Trump is going to change the migrant situation, and that's what he's selling you on. That's the only thing he's selling you on. What else? That's all I'm saying. Trump cannot change the mentality of the people. That's what we're coming back to now. That was a chapter in this book. Trump can't change all this killing that's going on. So guess what? For the 4 years that he could be in there, all of this killing is going to continue. All of this stuff that's going on is going to continue. All of this stuff that you see in our community, in this community, all of this going to continue. Everything. People killing their family, people killing their parents, people killing their children, all of that stuff right there. How Trump gonna change that? Huh? How's Trump gonna change it? How can you say he's gonna change it? So no one's gonna change it. Which means, look, what you definitely have to look forward to is this. No one is going to change America as far as the community. The community is going to continue to kill. The community is going to continue to kill their parents, their mothers, their children. The community is going to continue to go and do mass shootings. Look, this is an indication that the country is done. You're not going to be able to change it. No one has the backbone to do what it takes to change it. No one does. Because if it's not because you don't strike a heavy enough of a blow, it's because you got to be racially sensitive to not put out charges that make sense in 2024. The only way you could change America is more severe punishment. 20 years for killing kids and black people in a reckless way. 20 years. That's the only way. If you don't change severe punishment and make severe punishment. See, I show you the problem, but I give you solutions. That's why, see, because there's some people, they make a living off of talking about problems. They build a legacy off of talking about problems, but they don't give you no solutions. And I'm gonna keep it real. It's easy as a black man or woman to make a career off of talking about problems. Anybody can do that. Anybody can point out the obvious. And they make a career off of talking about what white people doing to black people. And discrimination and racism and stuff you're already aware of. They make a whole career off of it. No solutions, right? That's why I have to end with solutions. The solutions to all this killing and all these crimes and all of this stuff that's going on in our society that I talked about that Trump can do nothing about and Biden is proven to do nothing about. The solution is severe punishment, a legal system with severe punishment, because this will change the criminal mentality, the real criminal underworld, where people live and make hustles off of money and everything. This will change their mentality, right? And nobody's going to jail for 20 years for killing people without a chance of parole. So you have to make a specific charge. Right now in America, no one's intimidated by the charges that the Americans hand out to criminals. You intimidated by it? In fact, you don't even know what it is, do you? Tell me how much time you get for a standard murder. If you had to call it, right? How much time you get for that? You should know, shouldn't you? So that your community would be aware of, well, if I do this, this is how much time I'm gonna get. So you would expect the law and the culture, the law system and the culture to embed in the psyche of the community how much time you get for murder and how much time they have to find a way to do it to where everyday Americans know if I do this, this is how much time I'm gonna get. This is how you have to advance to the times that we live in now to where people can look on TV and know, well, if I do crimes, I'm gonna get 20 years for murder. I'm gonna get 20 years for that. While they sitting up there thinking crazily about their family. Now you see a commercial, and you know if you do something to these people, you're going to prison for 20 years. Severe crime, severe punishment will change the ghetto overnight. If I give you 20 years without a chance of parole, I guarantee you, you're not going out here and killing people. Meanwhile, Trump will come into the White House and change nothing concerning severe punishment. He would do nothing about it. People will still be killing while he's in the White House. People will still be killing their own family, killing each other. They'll be doing all these things. Trump will come and go and get what he needs as a career person from his vocation as a president. That's all it is. It's a vocation. Why you want to be a president so badly? Are you that passionate? I don't believe he is. I believe it's part of his career, him ending his career, him ending his vocations in a successful way. You know, he got that little thing in him where he wants to have, you know what I'm saying, a portfolio. Like this is what I did at the end of my life. That type of person. That's that type of American. Okay, so Trump is going to come and go from the White House doing nothing concerning this crime and all this stuff out here on the streets. It's gonna be right there. Nobody is going to change that without severe punishment. You can't change the mindset of the people without severe punishment. Unfortunately, you know, people won't listen to the prophet like me all the time. So just in case they don't do that, you have to have severe punishment in place to make sure that this country, our community, or the global community moves properly. They might not listen to me. I may be anointed, make all the sense, be a prophet, and they got so much demonic energy on them, they're not listening. So what happens in that case? You have a law system of severe punishment. You will listen to that, buddy. You might not listen to me as a prophet, but you'll listen to 20 years in prison. Even a novice and amateur know that ain't no joke. You ain't got to do no time. You don't have to do no time to know 20 years is too much time without a chance of parole to do for killing people. Now, if you look at city to city, all this crime, how are you going to change that? With severe punishment. And be truthful. You ain't heard nobody talk. You ain't heard nobody talk about this ever. But be truthful also. This is the solution, isn't it? Not all this other stuff. Now you see why the national leader is important. Now you see why people like me are important, because you can't find Donald Trump talking about it. You can't find these police talking about it, or anybody else. In the Illuminati and Freemasons, you can't find none of them talking about it. The prophet talks about it. Severe punishment is the only way you're going to change all this killing from city to city. Look at all this killing from city to city. You take your pick of any city, it's just ridiculous crimes. How you going to change that? Severe punishment in the legal system. Nationwide, not town to town, no, nationwide. A nationwide law of 20 years with no chance of parole for killing kids and senseless crimes and killing black people senselessly, or in other ethnicities as well. But I want to address that first. Other people obviously as well. You killing kids and stuff and killing people senselessly, you're getting 20 years with no chance of parole. You ain't getting no chance of parole. This is the only way you would change the psyche of the American community and the crime underworld and the culture of America and the way Americans think specifically. How these people that listen to rap and rock and roll and all this other stuff, how you gonna change how they think? You got to look at your own people. These people that think they tough. These Americans, these punks that think they tough and think they thugs and killers. How you going to change that? You got to be specific in this situation. You can't be thinking like, well, we live in Taiwan. You don't live in Taiwan. You live here where these people think they tough. They watch videos. They think they tough and bad and they think they're thugs. They can't catch no bodies in real life without crying and breaking down and losing their mind. They can't catch no bodies. They're not built like that, but they think they are. How you going to change that? How you going to change it? The only way you're going to change it is severe punishment. That's the only way. That's the only way you're going to change it. That's the only way it changes, man. And I guarantee you, mark my words as a prophet, you will see year after year, no one talk in a simplistic way with change. In a simplistic, grand, great way. See, a great person, I just speak simply and it's great, right? I don't have to do all these verbal acrobats and all use these big words. I just changed everything then. That's what great people do, because it's the heart and the mind of the great person. Once I articulate and it's great. 20 years with no chance of parole, that changes everything. If you don't do this, prepare and buckle in for more of these killings of children and black women and all of that from state to state, all over city to city. Prepare for that. While you think Trump gonna change everything, I want you to prepare for more of the same thing. And I guarantee you, Trump is not gonna change this. Watch him. He ain't gonna say nothing about no severe punishment. He ain't gonna do it. He just came out of all this court stuff. You think he's going to be on some severe punishment? Think about it. You think Trump going to be on some severe punishment for the community of America? And he just barely got away with what he did. He just barely got away with what he did. You think he's going to come out on that? He's not. In fact, he probably would be more to the opposite polar of the situation, being that he just got barely out of jail himself. Out of prison himself. You think he gonna come in? Yeah, we're gonna make severe punishment. And you just barely got away from it? His mind gonna be, think about it. Understand intellect. Understand the mind. He's gonna come in on another extreme, not even thinking about crimes or all in the laws. He ain't gonna think about fixing it or nothing. Think about it. He ain't gonna be on that. He just barely got away from it itself. So how you gonna come in on severe punishment, talking about severe punishment, which is the solution, and they need that now. He ain't gonna come in on it because he just escaped severe punishment going to prison. He probably escaped it. Now that this immunity situation, he probably escaped it. Okay? But the bottom line is, man, look, all of this stuff is gonna continue that you see in the streets. You need to understand this. None is going to stop. So how you going to stop it? So really, whatever Trump do, Is your living conditions are going to be better? Is everything going to be better for you as Americans when Trump is not going to change this, or America is not changing, and people are still killing each other, babies and everything? So does it matter what Trump is going to do? That's the next question. When you still got all this killing going on in the streets, does it matter what he's going to do? That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, that's what I'm talking about.